first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Well, this defense for the Texans, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Prescott from the gun on third. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change in possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Yeah. 24-hour test drive. 24-hour test drive. That it'll be back in the day.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson off play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Just quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that.
They don't know what they want to do.
And they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center of the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
And that is
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. pressure, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Fancy footwork at the 45. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Oh.
Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. 1st and goal from the 6. Here's a handoff out of the gun. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into it, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Play action now. Prescott escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Throwing, Prescott. Forced out to his left. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here, right at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel looking for defenders who make...
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Off of play action, it's Watson. Throw right side, caught by Davis.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Faking the give. Now Watson. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they're able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our 1st half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. On the sneak, it's Prescott. And this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. Dak Prescott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your... You've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now they try the right side here. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. The Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. Quick hit here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. from the gun. He'll hand this off. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Right back to him on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And it's caught. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss.
It's IX3.
They'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
I4?
So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Just let them know you got the lead. Let them know you send it to your managers.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Watson. Throw that side complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go.
Come on, bro. Fly.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll look downfield for Waller. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson.
It's hauled
in by the
straight.
They'll wind up getting that sets them up for 3rd down.
Let me tell you about work yesterday, though. We had a girl, remember I told you about a girl?
Yeah.
He literally walked out yesterday and went home.
Wow.
I don't know. 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
You said what?
Said it must not been going her way.
She literally walked out, went home, bro.
It's crazy.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
What you got going on today?
Nothing, chilling. T-working.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Sheds off the tackle. Boom! Fighting through tackles. 58 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes.
Right open.
Touchdown!
What?
It's complete. Brevin Jordan, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this out to the 34, out of bounds there. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Prescott from the gun. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. Prescott yet again. Being chipped. And he can't.
Nothing, bro.
He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Third and long for Prescott. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. But Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35.
All right.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Prescott. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try to get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Watson off play action. This is caught. It's close. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked out by Keanu Neal. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively. Key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successful?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
Oh, that's game.
Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7.